Hi, welcome back. Here in this channel, you'll find everything you need to know about investing, real estate, stocks and crypto, and how to get started investing from A to Z. In this video today, I will be showing you what a motivated seller is. If you're into that sort of content, please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification so you don't miss a video. Any idea how to approach a motivated seller or what to actually offer them? What can you do to get a motivated seller to sell, especially if they are selling you their property at a discounted price? What is it that pushes them to sign the contract? Well, please watch this video until the end, as we're going to talk about that today, and by the end of this video, you will understand what a motivated seller is. So how do you find motivated sellers? What to offer them so that you can constantly purchase a real estate at a discount? So here, I'm going to share with you great hacks and ideas you've probably never heard of before as to what to offer to a motivated seller. But first, let's determine what a motivated seller is and why they are important for real estate investors to find. A motivated seller is someone who needs to sell their current home, a rental property, or another real estate asset as soon as possible, and with as little effort as possible, even if it means a discount. And this is significant because for real estate investors, the seller's motivation to sell is the bedrock of every deal. A seller's motivation usually comes by a set of events that are tied up to some form of distress. It could be financial or personal distress, or the property itself is distressed. And in the end, these motivated sellers have more urgent matters than trying to sell their home for top price via traditional methods. They don't have the time or desire to repair anything. They don't want to work with an agent. They don't want to wait for buyer's finance to come through. They don't want passersby wandering through their homes and so forth. They simply want it sold and get their money as soon as possible. These are sort of things that motivated them. Therefore, they are motivated sellers who are willing to give up equity in exchange for peace of mind. At this stage in life, staying away from stressful process is more important to them than money. And that's where we come in to help them with that. Here are 8 common signs to keep an eye for. Number 1 is a listing or ad that uses phrases like as is, cash only, TLC, bring all offers, best offer, and a handyman special. I'm referring to any situation in which the seller discloses that the property is in less than ideal condition, or that seller is in less than ideal situation. Number 2 is when the seller is relocating out of state or country and does not want to be a landlord or an absentee owner. Number 3, the sellers are going through a life-changing event such as losing their job, losing a loved one, or getting divorced. Number 4 is when the seller's property has become unoccupied. Number 5 is when the seller's property has been on the market for significantly longer than the typical number of days on the market. Number 6 is when the seller gives too much information regarding the property's problems, which could indicate that the owner is willing to haggle and clinch a sale. Number 7 is when the property is being sold as part of an estate sale. It's either a pre-foreclosure or about to be auctioned. Last one is the number 8. This is when the property taxes have not been paid in a long time. So determining why a seller might be motivated and knowing what signs or indicators to look for will be significant in the offer you make. And the way you would present the offer to a motivated seller could be the main key to close the deal. A wise home buyer identifies the seller's problem. And the secret to securing a good deal is to focus more on solving the seller's problem than on the actual property purchase. Take care of the issue, and the money will come. In circumstances like this, I work with the seller to assist them solve their problem. And the only thing standing in the way of me solving the seller's problem is the market. Regardless of what anyone says or believes, the market determines the value of a property. It's not the seller, a real estate agent, a bank, an appraiser, a lender, or even you who determines the value of a property. A property is only worth what the market will pay for it. So if the market refuses to cooperate and let both of you and the seller to get what you need out of the agreement, there will be no deal, and it will be in the market's fault. That is the concept. You and the vendor are up against the market. A quick all-cash offer, especially one that permits the seller to avoid making any repairs, is a clear offer that will satisfy any motivated seller. But the repairs must be handled by someone. So that's when the bargaining usually starts. But it's not rare for a seller's demand to be met without the use of cash, and there may be other factors that are more essential to the selling. For example, getting out from under the stress of mortgage payments, finding a new place to live, or obtaining assistance in evicting troublesome tenants, avoiding foreclosure, and maintaining their credit score. All of these items can be extremely valuable to a seller, and some can even be priceless. As a result, I approach each conversation with a motivated seller with the mindset that I'm going to buy this property based on my price and the seller's terms, or the seller's price and my terms. I essentially need to be in control of one of those two things, the price or the terms. I'll be able to negotiate a deal for myself as long as I can control one of them. Let's begin with the cost. The price is the price. There's no need to go into detail about what that represents. But some terms I add in an offer in return for a better price, or the ability to pay a greater price and still realize a profit are 1. All cash, 2. No appraisal contingency, and 3. No financing contingency. I could buy it as is and cover all of the seller's closing costs. Financing could be carried back by the seller, perhaps a payment moratorium or interest deferral. Another great term is a balloon payment, as well as a maintenance credit, a lease option, or a rent back. Closing on the seller's schedule is extremely important to them in many cases. So first and foremost, you establish rapport with the merchant and ask questions and take your time too. You should know that most motivated sellers aren't on the lucky side or good track in life at the time you reach out to them. And they may be irritated, nervous, or scared. So keep that in mind. Be a friend and spend time with them so that they like you, trust you, and believe in your ability as well as your willingness and sincerity in helping them. And once you've determined what their desire is or what their problem is, put the terms I've given to help them solve their problem and deliver it to them. A real estate investor's money-making skill is this. It's simple to generate leads. It's simple where to get funds for the deals. It's also simple to find buyers for your properties. All of that is simple if you understand the main key of the process, which is presenting the offer. So there are plenty more tips and tricks that we will cover in our channel, but we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.